and she end up with this spirit here. Matthew, please keep popping your shit. Please. I see what you're saying in the spirit. Man here need y'all to validate who he is so much, but he cannot do it without bringing this woman along. And Matthew knows, her father knows, he knows that this man is dragging this girl down with him. She was a spoon, a silver spoon, and he was a fake tree.
Y'all, April 22nd, 2025, Tina Knowles dropped her memoir Matriarch and quietly buried a secret Beyonce's been sitting on for over 20 years. Before she said yes to Jay-Z, there was another man, another star, another industry heavyweight making her blush and calling her every night. And drama pages are alleging that man is a whole 17-time Latin Grammy winner from Madrid, Spain. Sit down, let me get into it. Rewind to February 27, 2002, the 44th Annual Grammy Awards. Destiny's Child hits the stage with a Spanish superstar named Alejandro Sanz to perform his song Quisiera Ser. And 20-year-old Beyoncé didn't just sing backup on somebody else's number. Baby wrote and performed her own English bridge inside a Spanish love song on the biggest music stage in America. He was 33, she was 20. A 13-year age gap and a whole language between them, and the chemistry on that stage was so loud everybody watching at home clocked it in real time. This is a man with 17 Latin Grammys, more than any Spanish musician in history, and 25 million albums sold worldwide. He wasn't some little industry crush. He was a whole heavyweight in his own right. And drama pages are alleging that Grammy stage in Los Angeles is where the real story started. Because look what happened after, sis. Beyoncé released a Spanish cover of her own song Irreplaceable, did a duet with Alejandro Fernández, started leaning into Spanish language music out of nowhere for a girl from Houston, Texas. Insiders close to Beyoncé have been claiming for years that Alejandro was teaching her Spanish personally and taking her on trips to Spain, introducing her to his family, his friends, his whole world back home. The pivot into Spanish-speaking music didn't come from thin air. Something planted that seed, and drama pages have been chasing his name down for years. And then here come February 5th, 2023, the 65th Grammy Awards. Alejandro Sanz stands on stage in front of the entire music industry and thanks Beyoncé from the podium for her creativity making his song #1. The camera cuts to Bey, and baby, she's blushing, she's giggling, she's looking down at her lap like a girl in high school when her crush walked past her locker in the hallway. TikTok exploded. Millions of views on that clip in hours.
She definitely set us on top as far as like the song and the album being #1 with her creativity. So we really have her to thank for this Grammy.
What are you smiling at? What's going on?
Because I can't, because she makes me blush when she talks about that.
Look at them or look at me.
Oh, he's very humble.
I'm very excited. I mean that all that talent in that moment with a song, with I write in my home, you know, like I'm very happy. I don't know in English express all that things.
Sis, tell me how you have chemistry like that on live TV in 2023 for a collab you did in 2002. That's not a memory. That's not nostalgia. That's a wound. Now, here comes the tea. Tina Knowles put in a #1 New York Times bestseller and Oprah's book club pick, Matriarch, April 22nd, 2025. Tina writes about the early 2000s when Beyoncé was juggling Jay-Z, and Tina's exact words, another man in the industry at the same time. Both of them in town, both of them calling her phone.
She also writes candidly about the highs and lows of her 30-year marriage to Matthew Knowles. From the very beginning, he was not faithful in the marriage, and you realized, you said, I need to do something. I need to make preparations.
Yes.
Tell us about your thinking back then.
Well, just because I was pregnant, they just got really bad at that time. I knew that I had to make a move, and I didn't want to be dependent on him.
And 21-year-old Beyoncé panicked and called her mama for advice. Tina asked her one question. Well, who do you like the most? Who do you enjoy talking to more? Beyoncé thought about it. Pick Jay. And Tina wrote in the book, isn't it humbling how love can begin with such a simple feeling? You like talking to someone over the phone. You're 21 years old and you can't know someday you will take that love to the stars. Tina refused to name became the mystery man, left him deliberately blank on the page. But drama pages? Baby, they filled in the blank with a permanent Sharpie. Timeline lines up, Grammy stage lines up, the Spanish pivot lines up, that 2023 blush lines up. Sis, the girls online have math. And here's the second receipt that says maybe Bey never stopped reaching for a real love story of her own. 2009, Berlin. Bey exits a hotel with her longtime bodyguard Julius de Boer at her side. Her mouth is covered up, his lips smeared with what looks like her signature red lipstick, and the photo went around the world.
I have a question for Beyonce fans, and I need Beyonce fans specifically to answer this question because I feel like y'all are the only ones who actually know the answers. Julius, is that her cousin? I was listening to Cowboy Carter with my friends the other day, and one of them said Julius was her cousin when I made like a bodyguard joke. And I was like, wait, what? When did that happen?
2014, Star Magazine drops an insider quote. Jay definitely thinks that there was and may still be something romantic going on between Bey and Julius. He wanted to fire Julius last February, but Beyoncé said, Julius isn't going anywhere. They've spent a lot of time together behind closed doors. He's even stayed in her hotel room. Then March 2024, Bey drops Bodyguard on Cowboy Carter, and the girls online read them lyrics like a whole love letter to a man with an earpiece.
I have decided that for my own peace of mind, for my mental health, for my sake, I'm going to believe that the only reason Jay-Z and Beyonce are still together after he cheated on her is because she got her lick back. That has to be the case. Either she got her lick back or she cheated first. That's it.
Renaissance tour. Fans screamed Julius's name from the crowd. Bey looked over at him confused, then low-key amused. And TikTok has been dissecting the body language ever since. That's not a bodyguard, sis. That's a whole situation.
Because we are all not going to buy anything from Target or from you ever again. It's pathetic. Also, Beyonce, I already warned you to leave him, girl. You are stuck with him now. Like, I think you were at this concert. Like, this is the man that you hang out with and spend time with.
She married Jay April 4th, 2008 at his Manhattan penthouse. She had 3 kids with him. She dropped that C-Cred Father's Day video this past June. The whole PR piece about Jay growing his hair out for Blue Ivy, like the whole world was gonna forget Lemonade ever happened. That's her denial, y'all. Her whole life is her denial. But word is the answer ain't never been the same thing as the truth. She picked the man who was gonna build her the empire.
As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows. She was ready to leave him years ago, but the industry it's different. And I don't want to say it's an Illuminati contract because I don't know how the Illuminati get down. I really don't know. And I'm not going to lie to you and say I do, but essentially she's been stuck.
And there's a Spanish singer somewhere out in Madrid who folks online are saying was ready to build her a whole different kind of life. So tell me, sis, did Beyonce pick the empire over the love? And has she been running from that decision quietly for 23 whole years now? Or is Alejandro Sanz just a crush Tina Knowles blew up into a whole chapter to sell a couple more copies of the book? I want to read y'all on this one. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you really think. Hit that like, subscribe if you new around here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, baddies!